What's going on, guys? It's the new wave of sports that is sweeping the nation, where we're not just accurate, but we are back and we are spot on. Tony Monk, Jamar Root in the house. And we got somebody else joining us. You know her, you love her, you've missed her. ESPN's very own Chanel Starling. She's got Game's very own as well. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? Chanel, how are you feeling?
I'm good. I missed you guys.
We missed you.
I'm so glad you got back. I'm excited.
Yes. And no better way to come back than NFL playoff football. We got a taste of some great wild card matchups over the weekend. But we're going to get rolling because you guys already know what's up. Jaguars, Chiefs, Arrowhead Stadium. The comeback kids did it against the LA Chargers. Gave up 27 points in the second half. I'm sorry. My boy, Sunshine. I call him Sunshine. Threw, 3-4 touchdowns in the second half to lead those boys back. Too. Chanel, you saw that game. I just got to get your first thoughts when you saw that happening real quick. Give me your first thoughts on that game.
I mean, that's awesome for Trevor Lawrence. I'm super happy for him. He, deserves a win like that. But with the greatness he showed us in the second half, we also have to talk about the 4 interceptions in the first half. That's not going to work. Playing a team like the Chiefs, they're going to be able to capitalize a little bit more over his mistakes. So I feel like I'm focusing on that a little bit more than the actual comeback we saw, just because you can't do that against every team, especially the Chiefs is the last team you want to do that against. But the comeback was amazing. I kind of was more disappointed with the Chargers than I was impressed with the Jags. Yes, Trevor Lawrence, he did show so much poise, and him, Doug Peterson, that entire team, they deserve that win. But as far as looking forward on Saturday, those mistakes have to get cleaned up if he's going to want to, go in Arrowhead and sneak a win out of the Chiefs.
Speaking of those mental mistakes, Jamar, when we look at a guy like Trevor Lawrence, we do see a guy that kind of has the ability to just reset. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how he does it coming out of halftime, but he does have the uncanny ability to do so. What's the threat level to the Chiefs right now? It's Pat Mahomes. They're coming off the bye week. We've seen them in this position before. They're used to being here. But how serious should they take the Jags?
I think they should take the Jags extremely seriously. I think when you look at the NFL, momentum is always the case with everything. And while the Jaguars have momentum right now, Trevor Lawrence has already hit his reset button. He knows what he has to fix. He knows what he needs to do. But the Chiefs also are coming off basically a bye week. So the Chiefs aren't in motion right now. The Chiefs are going to have to get it going. They're going to have that moment of saying, okay, we got to reset and do these things differently. The Jaguars are ready for this. They have all the momentum. They ended their regular season crazy. They weren't even supposed to be in position to even have a chance in the last week. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to show them something. I think he has the potential to be this high, but also has the potential to be this low. If it's his day, anything can happen.
But is anything possible when you got Pat Mahomes on the other side of Chanel? We've seen this young quarterback, no matter what's been thrown at him, it's anything, the kitchen sink, the whole entire house, he just seems to come out on top. Do you have the same thoughts and the same feelings regarding the Chiefs being able to come out on top on Saturday?
Yeah, I think as far as the bye week, I'm a little bit concerned as far as the Chiefs, because they aren't the same team they were the past few years, but they have still been able to perform. But I think Patrick Mahomes is incredible. I think his experience, the team, they'll be able to beat the Jags. I just don't want them to come out flat, and I don't want them to take the Jags lightly, because the Jags is a very hungry team. Like, the Jags believe they can be anybody you put in front of them, and that's a team you do not want to see. But if there's anyone that I think right now could be a huge challenge for the Jags, it would be the Chiefs. So I'm excited for that matchup.
And speaking of this challenge, we need to give some type of hand clap to Doug Peterson for willing this team from the record and being in the depths in the AFC to one of the best dark horse teams to come up in this NFL playoffs. For one, I think the Chiefs will obviously take care of business being at home like they are, but I think it's one of these games where from the time that it starts to this time, at least somewhere in the third quarter, I think Chiefs fans will probably need to be on edge, because the Jags could snap back at any point. And if they're not up by 28, or Trevor Lawrence is already showing, hey, I can come back from that type of deficit, maybe 35, right? Pouring an extra touchdown. But to keep pace with the Chiefs is obviously a track meet. And I think the Jags are. I think they're kind of up for that. If you guys feel otherwise, then that's cool. But I think that a part of me wants to put it on Trevor. A part of me wants to say I think the Jags can do it, but I don't think we're in for that upset game at least this time.
Well, I think we have to realize this is a different Kansas City Chiefs team in general, and especially offense. They don't have the Tyreek Hills anymore. They don't have the one throw, Mahomes just airs it out, and he goes and gets it. We got to realize this is his first playoff without that deep threat where he has to spread the ball around. He doesn't fully trust these guys in the playoffs. We haven't seen none of these guys that are his receivers in the playoffs. They played great in the regular season. MVS was always up and down the regular season with Green Bay. Is he going to perform in the playoffs? He's never really shown. We got all these questions, and I think the real thing for the Jaguars is, can you force turnovers?
Right.
Mahomes is going to be Mahomes, but if you can get that clutch interception in the red zone, those things have to happen for the Jags. But those things don't have to happen for the Chiefs because they're polished. It's just the receivers. I don't know what's going to happen.